mark all season.
Yeah, I guess it has. I think the interesting thing today is obviously question marks over certain players. There's going to be a lot of ducks and drakes going on today. Right from the start of the game, I think it's going to be the side that settles down first and the right matchups are put into place. But it has been difficult, of course, for today, obviously with the injury clouds over certain key players.
Do you see it being perhaps a game like yesterday, a very hard physical game, perhaps even spilling over into a little spite?
Well, I guess we're in the finals now, so that's never out of the question, is it really? We know we're playing for the grand final, and both sides have got a lot at stake, so obviously the intensity will be there, and yeah, I think it'll be a great game.
Well, we didn't have the Prahran lineup at that stage when I spoke to Steve, and he indicated that BT would play. He's not. We've got Phil Cleary and Sam Kekovich in commentary as usual with us. Well, the two full forwards, two of the guns of the VFA not playing. What do you think about it?
Well, they're going to be robbed of, both sides have been robbed of key personnel, which is unfortunate from a spectacle point of view. But I just feel Prahran are slightly better equipped to compensate for that deficiency up forward, whereas the Sandringham lineup throughout the course of the year has been heavily reliant on Tarpey, as opposed to Prahran, who have multi-pronged attack, Phil.
Well, yes, a lot of variables, Sam. I go for Sandringham, but only just.
Ross Booth.
Well, conditions better than yesterday. A few showers are forecast, though, but little breeze. The rain's drained through the ground. Anton McKernan and Brendan Carlin, the umpires. And Richard Chappell, captain of Prahran, has won the toss and will kick to the left of screen.
Well, as we mentioned, Phil, injury has robbed both sides of key personnel, but despite that, there's a wonderful array of talent, which speaks volumes for the depths of both sides of the competition. And there'll be certainly a number of highlights. Obviously, with the key personnel out there, revert back to a more orthodox field placement. There won't be as many tags as was initially anticipated, I envisage, but a couple, and there's a picture of the heavy centre bounce area, and is it heavy? A deluge met the players yesterday afternoon, and now we had further rain overnight and a shower this morning, and there's the Prahran captain coach marshalling his troops via walkie-talkie.
Settle down, cont, settle down.
Well, the players in position very early, and already a wrestle has started up at full forward.
Young Gorozides, Peter.
Well, I think that's due to the fact that we're starting a little bit later today, and the players are in position for a normal start as Joe Rigolo wins the first tap. Ball spills out to forward. Mitchelson couldn't grab it. Off the ground from Povey, and it's driven up to centre wing by Sheldon. Sandringham have the numbers here. Argus shooting the ball out to Allen. Prahran have the numbers on half-back. Winton came off his hands. Well trapped in by the Sandy forwards here. That's a throw. Mitchelson gets the ball away, though. Gorozides over the top of his opponent, Mark Williams. Chris Gertz, and he'll take the free kick.
Yes, it's a good matchup with Gorozides' pace and agility. Chris Gertz best equipped in that area to combat that.
Chappell got one high there. Umpire letting it go. Good shepherding coming in from Noble for Chappell. Got some support from Povey. He can kick the ball a long way. I think they'll be at an advantage with the very heavy ball this afternoon. Few kicks travelling more than 20, 35 metres yesterday, but we don't have the rain, thank heavens. Hopefully it won't make the situation even boggier as the afternoon progresses. Now Ford to do the ruck work against Martello. Ford too strong in the air, well smothered off the boot by Probert.
Yes, Probert to a back pocket. We see an interchange affected already by Prahran.
Up very early was Martello. And they'll do it again.
And we see Nick Probert now picking up Chris Garrett, the danger player, who hasn't had a lot of football in recent weeks.
Ball forward from Probert. Picked up well by Foley. Handball not spotting Morrie first time. Joe Rigolo getting across to Bailey. Sheldon smothers off the boot. Bailey caught by Sheldon. No opportunity, says the umpire, as back behind the play. Brian Winton has to go and extricate his football boot from the mud. He elects to wait for the ball to be thrown up. Ball comes out to Povey. Brought down by Mitchelson. Sinney can't go forward, has no support back. Good tackle from Sheldon, who's begun very well, and he's got the free kick.
Cormac is the man coming back on again, it looks like. Angus, strong in the air.
Been a great defender all year for them, Roscoe.
I think we were asked for our tips prior to the match. We know who Sam's going for. Phil?
Well, I picked Sandringham, but I think it's a raffle at the moment. Roscoe, injuries.
I'll go Sandy as well.
Okay.
Changing the balance of the sides.
I'll go for Prahran. That's 2-2. Terwella in ruck, Langan over the top. Reese got the ball in hand.
I don't think there'll be much in it, Ross or Phil, but we saw from yesterday, and they're comparable conditions to yesterday, it's just imperative that, you know, sides, you just must play in front because the ball's not going to travel great distances, and the side best committed to the ball and obviously retain their footing and recovery is going to be crucial.
Yeah, bit better than yesterday, not the water on the ground. To half forward. Almost trapped by Fisher, was, with Probert tackling him in well, effectively. Advantage to the captain. Richard Chappell through half back. Looking for Lennox. And Marks in front of Williams.
Lennox is kicked towards the lead from Markov. Sikaski's tackled.
Well, they've still got plenty of strike power up there in the absence of Taylor. Markov on screen. Terwella will supply good support, but it's a tough and uncompromising defence of Sandringham's.
Terwella came up over the top. Here he is. Hoping to knock it out, I think, with all those zebras around. It's going to be a hard slog this afternoon. Goals are going to be worth their weight in gold.
Especially the early ones, Peter. It's important to get on that board early.
Both ruckmen on hands and knees by the time the ball arrived. Probert, no, it's not Chappell, just thrown out of there. Back on goes McCormick. Looks like Walford has been interchanged, so they're working the bench very early here. Sikaski for Sandringham in the back pocket. Williamstown road end. Prahran winning the toss and kicking to the right of screen. Mark taken by Joe Regolo.
Third possession to the listed medalist. Johnston in trouble, caught. No one to give it off to.
He's
Oh, a
played
bit
it
high,
high.
is it? By Sinny,
Too high, mate. Too high.
says Brendan Carlin.
He's got to be a little bit sore too, I think.
There you can see,
Johnston.
his right shoulder is
Strapped
strapped.
heavily.
And Sinny come in, slipping a bit high with the tackle.
Come on, mate, boy.
Now Prahran going forward. Winton, Povey feeds it out to Noble. Looking good, the two blues to Sheldon. From 50, short one to Markov, he slips. And back goes Sikaski. Concedes it behind.
Interesting duel, that one between Martello and the experienced Liston medalist Joe Regolo. Both performing very well in recent weeks. Martello best on ground in their qualifying final win over Williamstown. And Joe, the 92 Liston medalist.
Now Shelton in good position, but then Regolo arrived, so he had to punch it down. Noble might be penalised. No, he's trying to keep from getting into the back of Lachlan Callaway, the man that he's going to be looking after this afternoon by the look of things.
See Ford on McCormick. McCormick on forward, Phil. Good matchup.
Yes, they got Winton on the forward line, and Bailey was picking up Kuipert. Yes, he's still got that job. Angus on Terwella. There's a bit of juggling going on, and Anthony Allen looks like he's in trouble.
Yes, he's heading for the bench, Anthony Allen. And Prahran through Sinny. Held his feet well, his footing well. There's Allen, the captain for Sandringham, going off. On comes Lambert. Meantime, Moray tackled. Reese Langan spears out the hand pass. That missed Kuipert. Bailey with sheer strength broke the tackle of Kuipert and kicked it out towards Foley at half-back. He's got it. He's playing like a basketballer. Well done. Got the hand pass out. It's pretty slippery underfoot, as you can see. Back to Callaway. Centre wing. On the half volley. Foley again, playing tricks between the legs. And Lennox.
You know, it mightn't be the prettiest pasture football, Phil, but by gee, both sides are working hard in extremely testing conditions. Have a look at the footage, almost impossible.
Beautiful. Play of the day.
How did he keep control of it?
Yeah.
Kerry Packer would have banned it.
Yeah.